So I lost my vision when I was 17, and I have no residual vision. I've actually had both of my eyes removed. Most recently, 2 years ago, I had my eye removed. So I have no residual vision whatsoever, and other than not being able to drive a car, it really hasn't made too big a difference in my life. I work, I raised kids, I have my dragon boat team, and I get out and do stuff.
Have you had mobility training?
Yes, I did several years ago when I first lost my vision.
And did you receive instruction in street crossings?
Yes, I have.
Guide Dogs of the Desert has modified training for clients with a variety of health conditions. Is there any health information that you think we should know about?
No, not. I do have a thyroid condition, so I can get kind of tired in the evenings, but I'm pretty high energy. I don't think it should be a problem.
Okay. We do not have a nurse on staff. Are you able to administer your own medications?
Yes.
Please describe your home conditions. Your house, is it a mobile home, an apartment?
I live in a house in a smaller part of west of Portland. It's a 2-story house. It's got a fenced backyard. It's a block off of a busier street that does not have consistent sidewalks, but it does have a bike lane. But I've always asked my dog to be trained for sidewalkless kind of backwards because she has to walk with traffic without a sidewalk in that area. Otherwise, lots of good sidewalks. There's obviously dogs and cats in the neighborhood, but they're all well behaved.
Who else lives in your home, and what are their feelings about you having a guide dog?
I live with my husband Michael, who has always encouraged my dogs and actually takes care of them when they retire. He will be taking over care of my soon-to-be retired dog, Nisha.
Okay. Are there any other pets in the home?
Yep, we have 2 cats, 2 female cats. One's like 3 years old, and the other one's an older 12-year-old cat.
Okay. And where do you intend to relieve your dog?
In our yard. And when I'm at work, out in the relieving area near my office.
Okay. Describe the types of areas where your dog will be working. Please list several routes or destinations.
Oh, my dog has to be quite diverse. Like I said, I live in a semi-rural area, but there's a big highway that has no sidewalk at the part I need to cross the street to go to the grocery store. I work just pretty close to downtown Portland. My dogs will be taking buses, MAX trains, fly fairly often, walk along nature trails, and hang out at parks while I'm dragon boating.
Okay.
I think I've got everything there.
Prior to your training, Guide Dogs of the Desert works to expose the dog to the various environments it may encounter in the new home. Please describe any unusual areas that you frequent.
My dog needs to be comfortable around other service animals, because I work for a nonprofit that works with people of all disabilities, so my dog will need to be comfortable around wheelchairs as well as other animals. And then, like I said, we go into very crowded areas as well as very rural, so just comfortable in most major areas.
Do you volunteer or work at a location outside of the home? If so, what is their attitude toward your having a guide dog? What is your plan for accommodating the needs of your dog, a place to stay, relieving area, etc.?
Yes, I work for a nonprofit organization that works with people with disabilities. 2 of my coworkers also have service animals. One's a wheelchair assistant, the other is another guide dog. And most of our consumers have service animals of some kind, either emotional support or guide or service dogs of some sort. In my office, I have a nice large office with a door. I guess we could pan the camera around. There is a crate in my office for my dogs, just in case a consumer comes in with a dog that might not be as well socialized, so she is in a secure place. This is a very dog-friendly work environment.
Okay. What prompted you to apply for a guide dog now?
Nisha is going to be 10 years old in December and is approaching retirement, and I realized that with my German Shepherd preference, it takes time for you guys to get her successor ready, so I'm just being proactive.
Okay. Have you ever had a guide dog or attended a guide dog school? If so, what school or schools? And tell us about the previous guides you have worked with.
Nisha is my 5th guide dog. Got my first guide dog in 1994, who was Liesel, a German Shepherd from Guide Dogs for the Blind. And she worked until she was 9 years old. And then she was retired for a thyroid condition and then died in 2011 of cancer. Her successor was also from Guide Dogs for the Blind. I had a German Shepherd male named Galveston, who was retired 6 months after I got him because he developed grand mal seizures. I then switched over to the iDog Foundation in Arizona, where I got Chance, who was a 3-year-old German Shepherd. He was huge, 115 pounds. And Chance was retired at the age of 6 after being attacked by another dog and not being able to handle being in his harness. Then I was trained from the same school with Reuben, who died of cancer in 2010 at the age of 7, which point you guys, Guide Dogs of the Desert, gave me Nisha, who is laying at my feet right now and will be 10 on December 20th.
Okay. What is your reason for choosing Guide Dogs of the Desert?
I like the smaller schools. It's just more comfortable, and you guys are more flexible with my working schedule. And actually, you approached me with Nisha when I needed her, and now you're still there and you have other shepherds, and I really liked the experience I had.
Okay, that brings us to the next question. Guide Dogs of the Desert primarily uses Labrador retrievers and standard poodles. We occasionally use German Shepherds and Golden Retrievers. Do you have a breed preference? If so, why? And are you open to other breeds?
I am so redundant. I do have a breed preference. It is a German Shepherd, male or female, so no, I'm not too picky.
Both the males and females are neutered and make equally good guides. Do you have a gender preference, or are you open to either gender?
I am open. I've had both.
Okay. Other than understanding basic guide work, please describe the 3 most important traits you need in a guide dog.
Reliability. I have a very flexible schedule. Sometimes I'm leaving early in the morning, sometimes I'm working late at night, so my dog has to be, eager to work and love her job. Also needs to be comfortable in, like I said, around other dogs, which all guide dogs should be, around wheelchairs, good with busy city traffic as well as country stuff. I like to go on trails, and do a lot of recreation, so yeah, comfortable with all of that. Not too much separation anxiety, because I do have to leave her in my office from time to time if, say, I'm teaching a cooking class, so the dog has to be able to let me out of their sight.
Okay. When your dog is not working, what personality traits would you like to see in your dog, and why?
Easygoing, good with the cats, obviously. Don't want it chasing my cats too much. Not too barky. Playful. I like my dogs to have fun. When they're not working, I want them to enjoy life.
Okay. Are you willing to allow the trainers at Guide Dogs of the Desert to ultimately pick the right dog for you?
That's such a silly question. No, you cannot pick. Of course you can pick my dog. You guys are gonna do what you need to do. If you don't, but yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to add one last question because it's usually what I ask when I do interviews.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you want to add as far as what you're looking for? Anything at all?
No, the reason, one of the real strong reasons why I prefer the German Shepherd breed is the gait. I really love the smooth glide of the German Shepherd as opposed to the bouncier gaits of the other breeds. I love their aloofness, that they're very good about staying on track. They don't usually get too distracted, and if they do, they respond very quickly to correction. So, I've got lots of good reasons for wanting a German Shepherd versus other breeds of dogs. The lack of food interest is another really good one. Okay, ready? All right. Good girl. Left. Left. Good job. All right. Good girl. Forward. Good girl.
Wait.
Stop sniffing. Oh, I know, it smells so good. All right, there we go.